Hi guys, so if you have missed the assignment Introduction/Thesis, you will need to come to this assignment on Canvas, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a lesson for how to create a really solid introduction. Okay? This is what we went over in class if you weren't here. We went over the introduction layout. Okay? So to create a solid introduction, we're going to start off with a hook. This is going to be kind of a broad statement that fishes your reader in. Imagine you're fishing and you're hooking those fish, but their readers are your fish. So this hook is going to draw in your readers. It could be a question, it could be a quote, it could be a startling fact. You just want to draw people in with the first sentence of your introduction. The second part of your introduction is going to be an anecdote. Anecdote is just a really fancy word for a story. Just a really Englishy word for writing a short story. So in this part, you're going to take something from your person's life. Just write me 2 or 3 sentences about that experience. So I'll show you a little bit later in an example. And then you're going to end the introduction with your thesis, with that really specific thesis that we've created in class. So kind of what you're doing with this introduction is you're creating a triangle. You're starting out really broad, you're drawing them in a little bit more with the story, and then you're finalizing the most concise part of your introduction with that thesis. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. The hook is a sentence that draws your reader in. So for this example, I did a short introduction about Laura Ingalls Wilder. Okay, so I wrote, many people know that pioneers traveled to a new frontier, but Laura Ingalls Wilder reveals the struggles and joys that pioneers had in their daily life. So it draws them in and hopefully gets them curious about their struggles and joys. Okay, anecdote is just a little story, a little piece of information. Okay, so you're also going to want to make sure that this relates to your thesis. If it's about their life, it probably will. Okay, so for this anecdote, it would be like this. Imagine living in the middle of nowhere in a simple wooden cabin. Laura lived like this and didn't have easy conveniences like a grocery store or a library or a car. Instead, she and her family hunted and grew their own food. Just a little story about how they lived. And then finally, I'm ending my introduction with my thesis. And it says, because of her resourcefulness, her creativity, and her love for teaching, Laura Ingalls Wilder has become a beloved American author that depicts an accurate picture of the pioneer experience. That's it. That's my whole introduction. So what you're going to do is you're going to create that. You're going to write a grabbing hook. You're going to check it off with this checklist. And you're going to have a clear thesis. You're going to write in third person formal tone. So you can't say, I'm going to write about Kobe Bryant because he's really interesting to me. We aren't using those personal pronouns in this introduction or in this entire paper. Okay? You're going to use strong verbs and clear language. So I don't want to see any shoulda, coulda, woulda, finna, gonna in this introduction. Okay? I have a clear overview of my topic. If you have a strong thesis, boom, clear overview. I have at least 5 sentences. Okay? Hook, anecdote, thesis. 5 easy sentences. You can have more, and that is okay. I use proper capitalization. That should be pretty easy. Capitalize beginning of sentences, proper nouns, and names. Make sure you use proper punctuation. Okay? Revise your introduction, going over this checklist, and then submit it in Canvas.